is Amita, and in this video I am going to discuss about a very important topic of in power electronics, that is the three-phase controlled rectifier. When we talk about controlled rectifier, means the kind of semiconductor devices we are using to make the power circuit diagram of such kind of rectifiers, they are the controllable device. So the three-phase control rectifier consists of an 6 number of control devices, and they are SCR, and it is used to convert a three-phase AC supply into a DC supply. So it is a most frequently used converter amongst all the power electronics converter, because the available AC supply at our home is AC type. AC is available in two forms, the single phase AC and a three-phase AC, and when we convert a three-phase AC into a DC, then that kind of converter is called as a three-phase rectifier. Dear friends, there is a difference between a single phase rectifier and a three-phase rectifier. Single phase, if I talk about an half wave rectifier, it is a one pulse converter. When I talk about a full wave single phase rectifier, it is a two pulse converter. Whereas if I talk about a three phase controlled converter, it's a 6 pulse converter, because in one pulse of input, it gives the 6 pulses of the output. And there is another lot of advantages of a three-phase rectifier over a single-phase rectifier, that the level of ripple content in the output is less. That means we are more closer to the pure DC. So now, without wasting time, I am directly taking you on the board where I will explain its power circuit diagram, its operation, and the appropriate waveforms. So let us start with a three-phase controlled rectifier. So three-phase controlled rectifier. Dear friends, rectifier is also called as a converter, because I already mentioned that power electronics there are a lot of converters in power electronics. Converter means if any circuit which converts one form of electrical energy into the another form of electrical energy, that is called as a converter. So we can have a rectifier which converts AC into DC. We can have an inverter which converts DC into AC. We can have a chopper also which converts DC into DC, but at a different magnitude level. We are having AC voltage controller also which changes the magnitude of AC. We can have a cycloconverter also which can change the frequency also. But amongst all these converters, the three-phase rectifier is so much popular to use. That's why it is also called as a converter. So it is the synonym of the converter. Now let us talk about few important points about you. It converts three-phase AC supply into DC supply. The second thing about it is also called the 6 pulse converter. Why? Because in one complete cycle of input, that is 360, we get the 6 pulses of output. And the next thing is the output of 3 pulse converter is having less ripple content and more closer to DC. Now, in this particular video, I will be discussing the first topic to be discussed related to three-phase converter or three-phase control rectifier. First, I will discuss about its power circuit diagram, that is also called as a topology. Second, I will be discussing about the conducting duration and table. Third one, I am going to discuss about its operation. And fourth one, I am going to discuss about the waveforms of output voltage. I will be telling about the operation at different firing angles. So, now before discussing about its power circuit diagram, let me tell you the kind of connections between the semiconductor devices and how the power circuit diagram of a three-phase controlled rectifier comes into existence. So you can see here there are two ways in which we can connect the devices of a power circuit diagram. As we are talking about the control rectifiers, so the kind of devices, semiconductor devices we have used, they are the SCRs. In the thyristor family, amongst all semiconductor devices, SCR is so popularly used device, that's why it becomes the synonym of the thyristor. That's why T is representing thyristor term. Basically it is a SCR. So T1, T3, T5, these are the three SCRs. I will tell you later on why we have given the name T1, 3, 5, why not 1, 2, 3, that it will be clear to you later on. So there are three SCRs, T1, T3, T5, and you can observe that their cathodes are at similar potential as they are short circuited, and the anode of these SCRs individually are connected to the three-phase AC supply, and this short circuit point of cathode is connected to the load, and the another end of the load is connected to the neutral. So as these diodes are having similar cathode potential, so amongst all these SCRs, the SCR will be forward bias, which is connected to maximum positive supply. And the second thing is, since the SCR will be forward bias, which is connected to the maximum positive supply, so they are called as a positive group SCR. So common cathode connection is a one kind of connection in which the SCRs can be connected. As the cathode is at similar potential, that's why this kind of connection is called as a common cathode connection. Now the second variety of connection is a common anode connection, where the anode, you can see all the three SCRs 462, they are short circuit, anodes are short circuited, and this short circuit point is connected to load, and the another load is connected to the neutral point, and the cathode of these three SCRs are connected to the respective three phases R by B. Since the anode is at similar potential, so in these SCRs, the SCR will be forward bias, which is connected to the maximum negative supply. So that's why in this kind of connection, when the devices are connected, they are called as a negative group SCRs, because they will be forward bias when the maximum negative supply connected to it. So when we connect this common cathode connection and common anode connection in a particular fashion, with the help of that we can create a power circuit diagram of a three-phase controlled rectifier. So you can see that this particular diagram is the common cathode connection of a devices, and this particular diagram is the common anode connection. And if we connect the common cathode with a common anode, and if we redesign this circuit, so this kind of circuit will develop, and this is nothing but it is the power circuit diagram of three-phase controlled rectifier. Now I think it is clear how the power circuit diagram of a three-phase controlled rectifier originates. Basically, it is nothing but it's a combination of a common anode and common cathode configuration. You can see that this circuit is having three legs, and each legs are having two SCRs. The lower SCR 462, they are connected in a common anode connection, and the upper SCRs are connected in a common cathode connection. Now let us talk about, so this I already discussed, power circuit diagram. Now as I already mentioned that 135 are the positive group SCR and 462 are the negative group SCR. That means 135 will be only forward bias when the maximum positive supply connected to it, and 462 will be forward bias when the maximum negative supply connected to it. But they will be forward bias as they are the SCR, so their conduction will depend on the firing angle. Means the point, what is firing angle? Firing angle is nothing but it is the angle between the device at which the forward bias to the instant at which the device goes into conduction mode. So these devices will be forward bias when the respective phase is maximum positive or a maximum negative, depending on the SCR is from positive group or negative group. But of course their conduction will depend on the firing angle. So let us try to identify the duration. Now if we want to identify the duration, that when, now let us try to identify the duration in which the as connected SCRs will be forward bias. If I plot the three-phase AC supply, that will be like this, and you can see this is R phase, this is Y phase, and this is B phase. So this is the phase voltages waveform, three-phase voltage waveforms. So three-phase voltage waveform. Now you can see here, R phase is starting from 0, whereas the Y phase is delayed by 120 and blue phase is delayed by 240. So means it is the three-phase voltages which are apart by an angle of 120 degrees. Now if you see between 30 to 150, the R phase is maximum positive. So means 30 to 150, R phase is maximum positive, 150 to 270, Y phase is maximum positive, and 270 to 390. 390 ka matlab it is again 30. Which phase is maximum positive? Blue phase. Similarly, if I talk about maximum negative voltages, 90 to 210, blue phase is maximum negative. So 90 to 210, blue phase is maximum negative. Now 210 to 330, red phase is maximum negative. So 210 to 330, red phase is maximum negative. And 330 to 90, which phase is maximum negative? That is yellow. So 330 to 90 is maximum negative is yellow. So red phase say, if you see the power circuit diagram, red phase say which positive group SCR is connecting? T1, and Y phase say T3, and B phase say T5. R phase, the forward bias SCR in this duration from positive groups will be T1. The forward bias duration from this positive group in this duration will be T3, and in this duration will be T5, because blue phase is maximum positive between 270 to 30, and blue phase say which SCR of a positive group is connected? T5. Now similarly, if I talk about negative groups SCR, red phase is maximum negative 210 to 330, and red phase say which one is connected? T4. So T4 will be forward bias in this duration. Yellow phase is maximum negative 330 to 90, and yellow phase say the connected SCR is T6, and blue phase say connected SCR is T2. So this is how we can determine the conducting durations of a positive group SCR. So I can write here positive group SCRs forward bias duration. What are those durations? T1 will be forward bias 30 to 150. T3 will be forward bias 150 to 270. And T5 will be forward bias 270 to 30. Similarly, negative group SCRs forward bias duration. So you can write T4 will be forward bias 210 to 330, and T6 will be forward bias 330 to 90, and T2 will be forward bias 90 to 210. So you can see here that each SCR will be forward bias for a duration of 120, because if you take the difference of 30 to 150, it will give 120. So each SCR connected in the power circuit diagram will be forward bias for a duration of 120 degrees. Now, based on these conducting durations, if I calculate forward bias SCRs. Now, based on these conducting durations, if I calculate the forward bias SCRs, so forward bias SCR means 0 to 30. Which SCRs are forward bias? 0 to 30 में positive group में T5 and negative group में T6. So here it will be T5, T6. Now 30 to 60, 30 to 60, 30 matlab T1 and 6. So 30 to 60 will be T1, T6. Now 60 to 90, 60 to 90, T1, T6. So T1, T6, T1, T6. Now 90 to 120, 90, T1, T2. So T1, T2. 120 to 150, T1, T2, T1, T2. Now 150 to 180, T3, T2. So T2, T3. Now 180 to 210, T3, T2. So T2, T3. Now 210 to 240, T3, T4. So here T3, T4. 240 to 270, T3, T4, T3, T4. Now 270 to 300, 270 to 300, T5, T4, T4, T5. 300 to 330, 300 to 330. So T5, T4. So T4, T5, T4, T5. 330 to 360, 330 to T5, T6, T5, T6. So this is how the forward bias durations are there. Now, if I talk about the conducting angle, firing angle 30, firing angle 30 means these are the forward bias durations. So means T5, T6 are forward bias between 0 to 30. But when the firing angle will be alpha is equal to 30, that means although it is forward bias between 0 to 30, but it will be start conducting after a delay of 30 degree. Means we are supposed to add 30 here, that will be the conducting duration for 5, 6. So that means we are supposed to shift this table one step down. So means here I am going to get T5, T6, here T1, T6, here T1, T6, T1, T2, T1, T2, T2, T3, T2, T3, T3, T4, T3, T4, then T4, T5, T4, T5, and T5, T6, 330 to 360, it will be at the top. So like this. So that means what we did, we shifted this table one step down. Now similarly, if I plot it for alpha is equal to 60, that means if 5, 6 are forward bias between 0 to 30, they will be start conducting when we add 60 at this and 60 at we add 60 in this. So that means 60 to 90. That means we are supposed to shift this table 2 step down. Means if 0 to 30 here 5, 6 are forward bias, so they will be conducting between 60 to 90. So T5, T6, T1, T6, T1, T6, T1, T2, T1, T2, T2, T3, T2, T3, T3, T4, T3, T4, then T4, T5, here T4, T5, and T5, T6. So this is for conducting duration for a respective SCR. Similarly, if I calculate for 90 degree, then shift the table here by 90 degree. So, or shift this table by 30 degree. So here I can write T4, T5, T5, T6, T5, T6, T1, T6, T1, T6, T1, T2, T1, T2, T2, T3, T2, T3. This will be T3, T4, T3, T4, and here it will be T4, T5. Now if it is for alpha 120, shift this by one step down, T4, T5, T4, T5, T5, T6, T5, T6, T1, T6, T1, T6, T1, T2, T1, T2, T2, T3, T2, T3, and T3, T4, T3, T4, and at the top T3. So this is how we can identify the conducting durations for the respective SCRs. Now we are supposed to plot the output voltage, load voltage waveform for a complete cycle. You can consider this for alpha is equal to 0, because if the firing angle is 0 for the SCRs, they are as good as diodes. So if the firing angle will be 0, means their respective SCRs are going to conduct in that duration only in which they are the forward bias. So let us try to plot alpha is equal to 30, 5, 6. So when 5, 6 are conducting, what load voltage I am going to get? 5 and 6. So when 5 is conducting means V will be at top, and 6 matlab what I am going to get? 5 is conducting means through this short circuit B will reach to top. So that means B, and 6 is conducting matlab Y. So what I am going to get? VBY. So VBY. VBY. This is your output voltage. Again 5, 6. So VBY. Now next is 1 and 6. So when 1, 6 are conducting, 1 matlab R will be at top, 6 matlab VR by. So what I am going to get? VR by. VRY. VRY. Now next is 1, 2. So when 1, 2 are conducting, 1 matlab R will be at top, 2 matlab B will be at bottom, VRB. So VRB. VRB. 2, 3. 2 means B will be at down, 3 matlab V by V. So what is output? V by B by B. And 3, 4. 3 matlab Y ऊपर, 4 matlab R नीचे, V by R. V by R. V by R. Then 4, 5. So when 4, 5 is conducting, see this diagram. 4 matlab R will be at down, 5 matlab B. So VBR. So VBR. VBR. VB. So this is the load voltage as per the conducting devices for the firing angle 30 degrees. Now you can see that here 5, 6 are conducting, output voltage is VB by. So similarly, if I plot it for alpha is equal to 60, we are supposed to shift this voltage one step down, because when we were determining the conducting duration, we have shifted the conducting SCR one step down than the forward bias duration. Similarly, when we were plotting these conducting SCRs for 60 degree, we shift one step down from alpha is equal to 30. So if you want to determine the conducting load voltage, we are supposed to shift one step down. So VBY, VBY, VRY, VRY, VRB, VRB, VYB, V by V, V by R, V by R, VBR, and at top we are going to get this is for alpha is equal to 60 load voltage. If you calculate the load voltage with the help of this diagram also by using these conducting SCRs, you will get the same table. I am directly writing here. Now similarly, if I plot it for alpha is equal to 90, shift this table one step down. So that means what I am going to get? VBR, VBY, VBY, VRY, VRY, VRB, VRB, VYB, VYB, V by R, V by R, and at top what I am going to get? VBR. This is VBR. So this is the table for alpha is equal to 1, alpha is equal to 9. Now for alpha is equal to 120, again shift this table by 30. So VBR, VBR, VBY, VBY, VRY, VRB, VRY. So this is VRY, this is VRB, VRB, VYB, now VYB, and at top V by R. V by V, this will be V by R, and at top also V by R. So this is the load voltage for 120. Now if you see the load voltage at alpha is equal to 30, 60, 90, 120, the load voltage we are getting as an line voltage. And the second thing is 2 times VBY, then VR by, then VRB. So VBY, VR by, VRB. So let us plot it on line voltages. Now you can see that the load voltages are coming in terms of line voltages, whereas the duration, forward bias duration and conducting durations we have calculated based on the phase voltages. So now before plotting this output voltage on the line voltages waveforms, we should understand one thing, that always there is a difference of phase angle of 30 between the line voltage and its respective phase voltages. So when you are directly going to plot this load voltage on a line voltage waveforms, we are supposed to give the delay of 30 degree. So why? That I am trying to explain it. You can see this is nothing but it's a three-phase voltage R by B, which are apart by an angle of 120 degree. Since the all phases are equal in magnitude, so the supply is balanced and they are apart by an angle of 120 degree, so they are the symmetrical. Now R phase I can represent Vm sin omega t, Y phase I can represent like this, and B phase I can represent sin omega t minus 240 as they are delayed by 120. So mathematically I can write like this. Secondly, if I plot the line voltages, this is R phase, this is Y phase. If I extend its Y phase in opposite direction, that will be minus V bar. And if I take the vector addition of these two, this will be VR bar. So VR bar is a kind of line voltage, and you can see it is having 30 degree angle from its respective R phase and Y phase. So that means there is a delay of 30 degree between the line voltage with respect to its respective phase voltages. So always when we plot this voltage on a line voltages waveform, we should give a delay of 30 degree. Like we are getting 0 to 30, that is VBY. But when we plot it on line voltage, this VBY we are going to plot between 30 to 60. So that we should remember. So let's have the voltages waveform. Suppose this I am plotting it for alpha is equal to 30. Okay, and this I will plot for alpha is equal to 60. Now this is VBR, this is VB by, this is VR by. VBR का just opposite waveform is VR by. इसका just opposite waveform is V by V, and just opposite waveform is V by R. So what is this waveform? VRB. What is this waveform? V by B. And what is this waveform? This is V Y R. Now you can see here from this table between 0 to 30, that is VBY, which I am going to plot between 30 to 60. So where is VBY? VBY is this. So 30 to 60. And again VBY. So VB. Now after this VRY. So VRY is where? This one. Then VYR. Then so whatever I have plotted this with red color, that will be the output voltage for alpha is equal to 30. Now when we plot it for alpha is equal to 60, so alpha is equal to 60 mein the 0 to 30 voltage is VBR. So which we are going to plot when we directly plot on line voltage, that is on 30 to 60. So VBR then VBY. So let's plot VBR. VBR 30 to 60. So where is, let me first draw the waveform. This is VBR. This is VBY. This is VR. Now opposite voltage waveform is VRB, V by B and VYR. So this is VRB, VYB and VYR. Now you can see what is the voltage at alpha 60, VBR. So VBR is between 0 to 30. When we are going to plot that on line voltage, that will be 30 to 60. So VBR, okay, then 2 times voltage is VB by, then VR by. So VBY means VBY 2 times. So this one. Then VR by 2 times. So VR by 2 times. Then VRB 2 times. Then V by B 2 times and V by R 2 times. V by B 2 times and R 2 times. V by B and V by R. So V by R, V by like this. And 330 to 360 VBR. So this is for alpha is equal to 60. Now let us plot for 90 degree. 2 times VBR, VBY, VRY. Now let us plot for alpha is equal to 90 degree. 2 times VBR. This is VBR, VBY and VRY. Now this is VRB, VYB, VYR. This is VRB, VYB and VY. So what is the volt? You can see from the table 2 times VBR, 2 times VBY and 2 times VRY. VBR, VBY and VRY. So VBR from this point to this point and then also VBR. Then VBY. Then VR. Then VR. Then 0 to 30 is V by R. 0 to 30 is V by R. R I T. 0 to 30 is V by R. Electron also V by R. So this is table for alpha is equal to now. Similarly, if I plot it for 120 ka we can see V by R 30 to 60 V by R, then 2 times VBR, then V by so 30 2 times VBR. So this is VBR, this is VBY, this is VRY. So opposite this is VRB, opposite of VBY is V by B and this is V by R. So what I am going to get here VRB, VYB and VYR. So what is the first voltage? V by R, then 2 times VBR. So V by R, where is V by R? V by R. V by R 30 to 60. This is the wave. Where is the waveform of VBR? V by R. Here. So 30 to 60 is this voltage. V by R. This is your V by R. Then VBR. So VBR ka where is the waveform? This is the waveform for VBR. Then this one. Then this, then this way. And so this is the output voltage which I marked by the red color. Okay. So this is for alpha is equal to 120 degree. So how I have plotted this waveform based on the firing angle. See, if you see the table, what is the voltage? V by R, that is between 0 to 30 and 30 to 60 is VBR. So V by R when I plot on directly on line voltage, that I will plot on 30 to 60. So this waveform, see this waveform. So this waveform is for V by R. So we are supposed to make it red color of V by R waveform between 30 to 60. So this is how, like in the respective durations, whatever the load voltages are there. Suppose if the load voltage 0 to 30, if it is V by R, when you are directly plotting on line voltage, you are supposed to make that line voltage darker by the delay of 30. So 0 to 30 actually in the table 0 to 30 was V by R. But when I plot this on the line voltage, I made it red between 30 to 60. Before that also V by R is red. It is not because of 0 to 30 degree. It is because 330 to 360 also the load voltage is V by R. So when you are going to plot that load voltage on the line voltages waveform, that we are going to plot between by a delay of 30. So 330 to 360 mein if I add 30 at the respective instant, so I will get 0 to 30. So that's why V by R is also 0 to 30 also it's a darker line. So this is how you can plot. So I have plotted the load voltage waveform for the let us now if you want to you can see why it is called 6 pulse converter. So whether I talk about alpha is equal to 30, alpha is equal to 60, 90 or 120, you can see that in one complete cycle of input, that is 360, I am getting 6 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in each and every cases, whether we talk about an firing angle of 30 or 60 or 90, 120 or 150, in each case I am getting the 6 pulses of output. And at the same time, you can see that the ripple content is also very less. So ripple content is also very less because the minimum value is this, maximum value is this. So very less value of ripple factor is there in the output of an 3-phase controlled rectifier. So that's why it is called as an 6 pulse converter. Now my dear friends, I am stop sharing my screen. Now my dear friends, I hope whatever information I have shared in this video related to the 3-phase controlled rectifier and its output for a firing angle of alpha 30, 60, 90 and 120, that will be clear to you. I have detailed discussed about the power circuit diagram, how to identify the forward bias durations for the SCR and how to determine the conducting SCRs. Based on that, we have formed the conduction table, and based on the conduction table, then we have determined the load voltages. Load voltages, they were coming in form of line voltages. So then if we directly plot this load voltage on a line voltages waveform, why we should give the delay of 30 degree, that I also told you that there is always a phase angle between the line and phase voltages that is 30 degrees. So that's why when you are plotting the load voltage, which is actually coming in terms of line voltages, when you plot that load voltage on a line voltages waveform, you should provide a delay of 30 degrees. That means if your load voltage is coming VBR between 0 to 30, then when you are going to plot that load voltage on a line voltage waveform, you actually plot that between 30 to 60. So I hope now you can understand well. If my dear friends, if you like this video, kindly press the like button, and if you feel that whenever I make such kind of videos in coming future related to power electronics, a notification should reach to you, then don't forget to subscribe my channel. So keep watching. Thank you.